welcome back to the channel. Today we'll look at probably one of the most ambitious and futuristic projects on Earth, Indonesia's new $52 billion capital city, Nusantara. This planned metropolis on the island of Borneo is meant to replace Jakarta. However, it is not about responding to the many challenges that Jakarta has faced. Instead, it's a bold vision for Indonesia's future. From relieving overcrowding to environmental sustainability, it's claimed Nusantara will solve most of Jakarta's problems and place Indonesia at the forefront of advanced urbanism in Southeast Asia. What is innovative about this project, and what does it mean for Indonesia's future? Over the years, Jakarta has traditionally been Indonesia's economic, political, and cultural center. Still, it so occurs that the city is plagued with a range of problems that no longer make it sustainable to be the capital. Overpopulation seriously threatens this area, which includes approximately 30 million people in the Greater Jakarta metropolitan area. That has led to extreme congestion issues, which results in prolonged daily travel for commuters. The pollution within the city remains among the highest in the world and therefore poses significant public health issues. But arguably the most alarming problem is that Jakarta is sinking rapidly. Jakarta is built on swampy grounds and has uncontrolled extractions of groundwater. Since its founding, the city has seen partial settlements sink 25 centimeters every year, with frequent and grave floods. The Indonesian government viewed these as an existential question over the viability of Jakarta as a capital city. Thus, the determination of a new capital emerged, one that could alleviate pressures from Jakarta and stand for a model of sustainable and progressive urban development. The new capital will be Nusantara, located on the east coast of Borneo in the East Kalimantan province. The reason for this move was Borneo is far less prone to natural disasters like earthquakes and floods that plague other parts of Indonesia. The budget for developing Nusantara city is a staggering $52 billion, and it will be constructed in 5 phases. Once completed, the city will span 2,560 square kilometers, making it one of the largest planned urban areas in the world. Construction commenced in 2022, and the first phase, which includes major infrastructure such as government buildings, schools, and hospitals, is expected to be completed by August 2024. The project's main goal is to reduce the high pressure on Jakarta. This move is part and parcel of a plan to ramp up economic development in poorly populated eastern Indonesia, especially Borneo. The new capital is anticipated to spur investment, generate employment, and enhance infrastructure in Borneo, making it one of the considerable economic centers. Developing a new capital from scratch is not simply about making the capital move, but also relocating strategically for balanced development in the wider Indonesian region. Nusantara is positioned as a smart city that will be ecologically sustainable, utilizing technologies and infrastructures that are sustainable and energy efficient. It aims to use renewable resources, smart grid technology, and sustainable waste management to minimize its ecological footprint. Furthermore, there will be strong emphasis on promoting electric vehicles and efficient, ecologically friendly public transport systems. The city's layout will also display how green spaces contribute to the environment for parks and nature reserves that are put into the urban space planning. This is important for the city's environmental well-being and sets a precedent for future planned cities in Indonesia and worldwide. However, there are still problems with this hugely ambitious project. One of the biggest questions concerns the fact that a new city is likely to have environmental impacts in a region characterized by high biodiversity and rainforests. Environmentalists are worried that developing Nusantara will cause deforestation and the loss of many wildlife habitats, as some of the richest and most biodiverse ecosystems in the world are found in Borneo, with native tribes facing displacement. Another major challenge is the source of funding for this mega project. The Indonesian government has pledged some 20% of the $52 billion budget to be spent mainly in the project's initial phase by constructing infrastructure related to governmental buildings and essential utilities. The remaining 80% will have to be gained from the private sector in terms of both national and international investments in the country. Foreign investors from countries such as Japan, the United Arab Emirates, and China have shown interest in investing in the line, However, securing these investments is not certain. Projects of this magnitude always pose financial and investment risks, and any subsequent delay or cost overrun could further worsen the funding condition of the project. An entirely new capital being built from scratch also presents infrastructural complications. Nusantara lies in a far-flung area and is underdeveloped, which makes hauling materials and coordination of labor, as well as completing layouts on schedule, with infrastructure and within budget hard. Setting up the road, utilities, and other basic infrastructure requires a great deal of planning and heavy construction processes to remain in place to avoid delays or cost overruns. Here, proper training and equipment of the workforce with the required skills are crucial for successfully executing such a mega project. Social and political factors may have influenced the relocation of the capital of a country. The process of transferring governmental functions and the employees involved in them, as well as their families, may be complicated and can introduce social upheaval. Not everyone will be able or willing to relocate, which can create problems with the staffing of government offices and services in the new capital. Changes in the political climate or a shift in priorities from the government may also impact the degree of support for the project over time. If the project is to be successfully executed, solid and sustainable political support for the project will be required by the government. The Indonesian government must consider two main factors: public perception and involvement. Members of the public and experts think that this huge investment is not needed at the moment, especially since many other cities in Indonesia, including Jakarta, currently need huge upgrades. The government cannot easily balance public sentiments with the project's progress, clearly stating the societal benefits of Nusantara and mitigating environmental and financial risk issues will play a key role in maintaining public acceptance of the project. Despite the above challenges, Nusantara would be Indonesia's major symbolic and strategic shift. Moving the capital to Borneo would put this country right next door to the up-and-coming economic powerhouses of Southeast Asia, thereby expanding Indonesia's geopolitical influence within the subcontinent. It reflects a larger trend for countries to move their capitals to solve problems in their current one, much as Brazil moved its capital to Brasilia in the 1960s, or how Egypt is building a new capital to the east of Cairo. Success in Nusantara would set an example for Indonesian urban planning in the future, if not for the world. As long as it overcomes all challenges and delivers its promises to the citizens, Nusantara can be a prototype of a global, sustainable, and smart city in the future. It would show how one might build a city from nothing: functional, effective, friendly to nature, and socially inclusive. Arguably, one of the most striking features of Nusantara is its revamped economic geography within Indonesia. It is a move that the government hopes will turn on balanced development throughout the archipelago, away from Java, which is the country's most populous and economically active island. Further, this redistribution in the government will provide more development opportunities, take some pressure off Jakarta, and stimulate development elsewhere. Borneo is projected to become a thriving economy once infrastructure and businesses establish or move their operations to Nusantara. This strategic move is expected to cause a ripple effect, boosting local economies and offering new job opportunities that could possibly change the socio-economic landscape. In conclusion, the $52 billion investment that Indonesia took upon itself to eradicate the problems that have plagued Jakarta could potentially open the country to future growth and development. The project is fraught with environmental, financial, and logistical challenges. However, the expected benefits are enormous. What hangs in the balance? Nusantara has the potential to take pressure off Jakarta, stir economic activity in Borneo, and serve as a model for new urbanism in sustainability. As construction continues, the world will be watching to see whether the place truly rises to its grand ambition and becomes the city of the future. Thank you for watching this video. Please like it, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss out on in-depth coverage of more projects worldwide. Feel free to let us know in the comments whether you believe Indonesia's building a new capital city is groundbreaking or too risky. We'd love to hear your thoughts.